99% of the people listening to this podcast, you are in a system that somebody gave you. And so it's no wonder you're not happy. Like, you're in another system. We were in a system that somebody created for us. We did not like it, so we left and created our own system. And so when we left and created our own system, we're running our plays. It feels better. Nobody controls us. We have control. That's the difference between having a system that's set up for you and the things that you want to accomplish, and waking up running into whatever the world tells you to do. Podcast, I'm your host, CJ, joined as always by Dr. Douglas, Eric Thomas.
Hey, I thought you was gonna say I'm just so used to hearing the Bayesian sensation.
Oh, the Bayesian sensation. Listen, he's handling some family duties. We had a few minutes to jump on today because E is around the world, of course, this whole week. I'm around the world this whole week. Carl's around the world this whole week. So we had to get it in where we could, but I promise you, it is my promise that the Bayesian sensation will join us. Hopefully in under 10 minutes,
momentarily.
we will be graced by the Bayesian sensation presence in under 10 minutes. So he is tending to the kiddos, getting the kiddos off to school, getting the wife off to work, and then he will be joining us soon. So it's just you and I, my friend.
It's just us.
It's just us till Carl gets on. What's the word, man? What's going down? How you feeling?
Man, look, I'm feeling fantabulous, bruh. Had my week off. Man, I actually, yesterday was funny it wasn't yesterday, it was Saturday before church, man. I don't know the last time this happened, got an Epsom salt bath and chilled out, man, and listened to a little music and got ready for church, man. So last week was a phenomenal week. I want to encourage anybody who can, you've been in the game for a while, you're getting a little older, get that rest time, man. So I wasn't able to do 6 weeks on, 1 week off. I actually did 7 weeks on, 1 week off. But man, yeah, I had just some moments where I just went and sat in the bed, some moments where I just sat on the couch and chill. And yeah, man, I just felt like my body, my soul caught up with my body. I feel super duper refreshed. Michigan is getting a little nippy. It was about 55, 56 when I went out this morning. Is it just me, man? Or man, am I the only one? Why was I the only one out with a hat and a hoodie on? Everybody else still had on t-shirts and shorts running. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
Is it me?
Well, they don't have to worry about getting sick because, you know what I mean? They're not inspiring the world. So maybe they're looking for a sick day.
All right, that's what it is. I'm just like, they out in shorts and t-shirts jogging. I'm like, am I the only one that's got the hoodie boy on with yeah, but anyway, about that.
Yeah, no, we still up in them 90s down here. So
wow,
you don't have a choice, man. Yesterday, did I send you a video? I think I sent you a video yesterday.
Yeah, Toby.
We had the One Music Fest down here, and I got Toby and his whole crew, the whole band, staying at the house. And they had the One Music Fest yesterday, man, and it was great, man. Jalen was with me. Took the kiddos and Candace and the squad out there, man, and we had a great time. Toby killed it at the One Music Fest. It was about 95 degrees out there. Now, luckily, we was kind of on like the backstage, side stage part where it was shaded, but it was burning up out there. But Toby killed it. The band killed it. Nail, everybody did a great job, man. So
yeah, man, I couldn't turn on my computer the last couple of days without seeing Tobe on the 2K boy. Everybody had the video of the 2K boy up. I mean, everybody was showing it. Kegler, I saw Jonathan with his son playing. It was like that Tobe music in the backdrop. Like everybody was rocking that. E, did you see Tobe on the 2K? Well, I'm like, well, of course I did.
Yeah, no doubt. And then, unfortunately, after that, I came home and let me tell y'all something.
Unbelievable. Don't even talk about it.
No. We're going to talk about it, dog. We're going to talk about it. We can't just keep running from it.
Don't even talk about it.
We can't run from it. Okay. So I come home and I get home and I'm like, oh, I popped the game on. I told you, I'm trying not to get, I'm done with the high level investment from my Lions. Right. So I come home, game already started. We came back from the concert, game already on. I look, I said, oh, wow. They up, you know what I'm saying? So I'm watching, I'm like, yo, Lions look all right. So I start watching for a minute, touchdown, boom. They moving the rock, defense, ball in the whole nine. Bruh, I go upstairs to put my kids down and start hanging out with them for a minute, come back downstairs, it's 24-16, the Cardinals coming back. I'm like, okay, it's still 8 though. You know what I mean? Like, so that means they got to score the TD and get the 2-point conversion. When a rookie quarterback in his first game, I'm going, no way.
Yeah.
So long story short, they drive the field, score, get the 2-point conversion. I'm like, unbelievable. We can't score. The game ends in a tie. And when they say, oh, bruh, a tie is like kissing your sister, it's like, bruh, I was literally no emotion, bruh. I was like, this is unbelievable. And once again, the Lions just, I don't understand.
Find a way not to win.
I don't even care. I'm just like, why? I'm like, yo, how? And then what make matters worse, as soon as that was over, the Patriots on, and the Patriots, oh my goodness, they just blitzed the Steelers. I'm talking about 33-3. Tom Brady, 117 years old, slanging the pill all around. And I'm like, wow, some things never change. But I did feel good because I did predict on the show last week that the Patriots were going to win the Super Bowl. And I feel even more confident in that pick now.
Oh man. Hey, I just saw the Antonio Brown joint. So I might. Hey, but let me say this.
And they added Antonio Brown.
Yeah, in terms of the Lions, I said, and I told my dad, I turned the game on yesterday, I told my dad, here's the beautiful thing of the Lions. You either have to watch it to the end or you don't have to watch it at all. So if it's just about excitement and entertainment, let me tell you something. They give you all excitement or none. So you just got to be like, I'm going to watch it or I'm not. But it's crazy.
Yeah, I told Trey yesterday, I was like, it's going to be a one-possession game at the end of the game. Some kind of way.
For sure.
We ain't never ran away from nobody, so unbelievable. But the Lions are back. Welcome back, football. You know what I'm saying?
You feel me?
Hey, welcome on back.
Finest,
I don't know what you want to. I don't know what you got today, C. But I want to talk about. Yeah. So whenever you ready, just let me know when you ready. But I want to talk about.
I want to talk about the Lions for another hour, if you don't mind. You know what I'm saying? I want to talk about the Lions for another hour, if you don't mind. I know this is a national podcast. You know what I'm saying? And we have listeners who could care less, but
no. They no. Believe it or not, they can. That's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about Antonio Brown.
I don't have nothing, dog. I was so hurt yesterday. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. So good. So then I want to talk about Antonio Brown, right, and the Detroit Lions. That's what I want to talk about today. All right. So let's start with.
Well, let's set up. Let's go.
Let's start with Antonio Brown.
Which one is more unpredictable? Actually, the Lions very predictable, so I guess. Go for it. Start with it. What's going on with AB?
Let's talk about AB, bruh. So, I'm like, wow. I'm like, this is unbelievable. All right, so I want to help somebody.
Let's set the stage for our people who don't watch sports or listen to sports, and they don't, rag on us for thinking we Sports Center. Antonio Brown is the best receiver in the National Football League. He was supposed to play for the Raiders, apparently did not want to play for the Raiders, forced his way out and got out of there, and now plays for the best team on the planet, the Patriots. Go for it.
Good. So, I'm just like, wow, how did this, just unbelievable, man. Like, I'm like, how is it that Tom Brady, who's already the best quarterback in the NFL, already plays for the best team right now in the NFL in the last decade, has probably the best ownership, is in a city with the probably most winning. They got Boston Celtics, they got the Bruins, they got the Red Sox. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, this is unbelievable. How is it that a team that's already stackety-stacked in a city that's already stackety-stacked, they got more championships probably combined as a city franchise than any others, I know you got the Lakers, but Lakers don't necessarily have the Boston Red Sox. They don't necessarily have the Patriots, and I'm like, how did they get the best wide receiver in the world? Like, how is this happening? Right? And so I just want to talk about this for a minute, because how is it that the Lions keep losing, and how is it that the Patriots keep getting the best players? I'm like this is unbelievable. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I want to talk about it because there are a group of you out there. You are the Lions, and you just can't seem to catch a break. Like, you the Lions. And it seems like no matter what, like, this is the year, 2019, may all acquaintance be forgot. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then boom, it is September, and much of this September looks like 2018. And much of this September looks like 2017. And much of this, meanwhile, people who are already doing good for themselves, who are already on a winning streak, seem to be doing better this year than they were doing last year this time September.
Right.
You feel me? And so this had nothing to do with football. I promise you, when I cut the Lions off, I was numb, to say the least. I was
it's
numb.
bad when he just sends you a cry laughing emoji.
I was numb.
We weren't even talking about the game. He didn't even know where I was, if I was watching it, anything. All I had sent him was a picture of Toby, and then he sent me a crying laughing emoji. Like, as soon as I got it, was looking at the game.
Bruh, I saw the score just like CJ and was like, oh, this is over. I told my wife, I said, look, this is what I'm gonna do. I am not going to sacrifice my marriage this year for the Lions. I'm not about to get in trouble with my wife over the Lions, because it's happened
over the Lions. Maybe if I was a Patriots fan, I might be willing to go ahead and get that divorce.
No question that.
You know what I'm saying?
But
I'm willing to get the divorce for the Patriots, because I know I got a Super Bowl coming.
No question. But my wife, it's Sunday. She don't care blankety blank about football. Like, she like, I'll go watch basketball with you. I kind of understand that. Football, I don't even know why the running back, I'm sitting on top of my man. I'm not really understanding why my man bent over and he got his hands on his crouch saying 353 Omaha. She like, I really don't understand why they chasing and running up behind each other. She like, I just don't really understand this sport. So because she doesn't understand, she have no interest in it, right? And so yesterday we went to Detroit. I timed that joker. We went at 1, so we're going to go at 1. She's going to get her hair done. We're going to drive back. Anything she need to do before 4:25. You know what I'm saying?
Get it all done.
Bruh, we got everything done, I thought. And then she was like, I'm going out of town for 2 weeks. The church don't have no supplies. I'm going to buy supplies for 8 months. I'm like, wow, okay, cool. All right, it's the Lions. Ain't nothing much going to happen in the first half anyway. We good. First half, bruh, we all in the store, getting it in. We leave there, she like, I need to go by Walmart. I'm like, bet. I'm not about to sacrifice my marriage for the Lions. I'm just being real. Like, whatever you want, I told her, like, whatever you want to do, wherever you want to go, it's good. I'll catch the highlights. It's not that deep. But we finished everything. And it's 26-16. We finished everything. Get to the crib, fourth quarter. I catch the last drive of the regular what is it? Not regular season. I messed up.
First half.
No, regulation.
Regulation. I catch the last. Little man has been whacked all game.
Terrible.
I catch my man. It looked like Omaha playing against Texas Tech. It's like all over again. Omaha against Texas Tech. It's like I'm watching this dude in college, and he coming down looking sweet. Touchdown. And then touchdown. I'm like, oh no, we go into overtime. I'm like, the game lasts so long that they telling me that Pittsburgh about to play the New England Patriots.
Oh, Pittsburgh started. You know what I'm saying? We playing into 9 o'clock at night.
Bro, it came on my TV. It interrupted my TV and told me, I'm like, not right now. Bruh, they tie. And then Pittsburgh come on. I'm like, Pittsburgh just got their butt beat. And I'm saying, why is it that one group continues to circle around Egypt? They can't get nowhere. And another group is getting the number one. Bruh.
Yeah,
okay.
And let me say this too. Here goes what's crazy. And you about to hit on something, and we can get, again, if you're not a sports fan, don't worry. But
no, don't worry. We're going somewhere with this.
But listen to this. The crazy thing is, they said it was a guy on the Patriots, and they said he left the Patriots for big money. They said, but he was back. He said that he came back for Belichick money. And I said, wow. The crazy thing about the Patriots is, okay, you look at Brady, of course, who's a superstar, but who became a superstar in the system. But when you look around the Patriots roster, I know they just got AB, but you're not talking about like the highest paid, best players in the league. That's what's so crazy about it. Think about that. When you really think about the Patriots, like other than Tom Brady, what superstars do you think about winning the championship with them? Like think about it. They running back like Sony Michel, like these aren't even guys who like the average person would know. Meanwhile, you got other rosters with big time stars on them. And it's crazy. And the point that you get into is so critical. But they have figured out a system for winning that does not involve talent. And don't get me wrong, when I say talent, obviously they're in the NFL. All of them are talented. But if you went by the roster breakdown, they do not have the most talented team or what people would assume to be the most talented team. No disrespect. I'm sorry, Cleveland. Apologize in advance.
Yeah, I apologize in advance.
But y'all had Beckham, Baker Mayfield, Landry. Y'all had the tailback. Like, everybody was geeked up about the Browns. I'm talking about the most talented roster. They got all the superstars on the team and got blew out in the first game by like 30 at the crib.
Against who? Against who?
Titans. Titans. Yeah, the Titans.
The Titans.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So to your point, E, it's crazy, bruh. But I would to answer your question in one, aspect would be to say that a good system beats talent alone, if that makes sense. Like the Patriots have a system to where they can plug in your average player, if you will, and make him great in the system. And so I think most people end up losing because you just wake up every day and there's no system, right? Like we have a system. We always had a system. Quiet as kept. We probably had a system before we knew we had a system. But I would say, and you guys, Carl, E, you can break down kind of the system aspects, but I would say the Patriots, ETA, even in our own personal lives, we've figured out a system that works for us, producing the most value out of that system.
Oh, no question. Do you want us to answer that? That sounds like a statement. You know what I'm saying?
It's a podcast. I just wanted y'all to talk.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, no. I'm saying that was fire. I don't know if we could add to that.
It.
All right, thank y'all for coming out. We'll see you next week. My co-host today,
I didn't know if that was something we were supposed to say something to. Yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah, when I finish talking, then y'all start talking. That's how it works.
All right, I got it. So to my point then, the reason why I feel like Antonio Brown, this is so important and y'all need to catch it. I don't want to say other names, but there have been other superstars who've had their troubles and we never heard from them guys again. And again, I don't want to say no names, but I'm gonna get as close as I can. There are other wide receivers who've played in the last decade who were just as talented, and why didn't somebody pick them up? And so let's backtrack. And I need y'all to hear what I'm saying. Don't get caught up on Antonio Brown's, what I call, he a flamingo. So don't get caught up on, he on camera talking crazy. He won a certain helmet. You know what I'm saying? He getting into it don't get caught up on that. The reason why in my opinion, the Patriots picked him up, one, what he did last year, the year before that, and the year before that. That's number one. All right. So I want you to pay attention to the stats. So if you go back and look at his stats with the Pittsburgh Steelers, look at his stats, look at the numbers that he produced. All right. What I'm coming to realize is that when you put up epic numbers, when you become a master, we're going to keep using the same language because, again, C said it, we got a system. When you become a master in your craft, there are some things, right or wrong. I'm not saying it's fair, but what I am telling you is when you become a master, there are certain things that you can get away with that other people can't get away with. All right. There is a different standard set of rules, right? That people use for you when you master what you do. Like they let you get away with some stuff that can't nobody else get away with, all right? So listen to me very carefully. Listen to me very carefully. Number 2, if you get past all of the showmanship, right, that your boy Antonio Brown was doing, you will notice that he was on the track running. And I mean running. You will see his work out. So a lot of you get caught up on the helmet boy, you get caught up, but I don't know if you caught his practice. Like he was literally putting on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, he was literally putting up his workout regimen, which was a beast. So trust me when I tell you, Belichick and whoever the offensive coordinator is, they weren't just watching, oh, he got the helmet boy. Oh, he got into it with that's not what attracted him to them. What attracted him to them was, let's look at what he performed in the last couple of years. Let's look at the points that he put up. A lot of you are saying, well, why don't I get the opportunities that other people get? Why I'm not? You're not a master in your field. You're not putting up the type of points that one would attract you. It don't mean you're not average at what you do. It don't mean you're not pretty good at what you do. But you must not be great at it, because if you were great at it, somebody else is watching. This is what it's showing me. Somebody else is watching. My man got fired. He was laughing and playing and jumping, backflips. My man was geeked when they released him. Why? Because he knew he was a master. And if you are a master, and there are 31, 32 teams, forgive me, I don't know how many teams in the NFL. When that one team let him go, he knew, because he was a master, that somebody else need this talent right here. Somebody else about to scoop me. Pittsburgh don't want me. Oakland don't want me. No worries. Let me ask you this question. Are you so good at what you do? If you got kicked off your squad, will you know without a shadow of a doubt, I got 30 more opportunities. This team don't want me. This team don't want me, but it's at least 30 or 28 other teams that want me. Are you that sweet at what you do? Are you that comfortable? Are you that confident in your skill set? Not his words, not, like AB be putting on some, it's no questions asked. There's times he putting on. But why is it that he felt so comfortable? Why was he running on YouTube, Twitter, or whatever, Instagram? Why was he running after they cut him? Because he knew that the value that I bring to the league. There are not a lot of other wide receivers who are bringing this type of value to the league. And somebody has to pick me up. Now, I find it funny that the Lions wasn't one of them. But that's a whole nother story. I thought the Lions should have been first to pick him up. I thought the Lions should have got him before Oakland got him, to be honest with you. And so the question is, why did however many other teams pass him up?
Well, no.
Listen, pick him up.
There's a reason that he going to the Patriots. All right, it circles back to what I was talking about. The Patriots have a system set up for where that's not really allowed. You feel me?
Yeah.
He'd have tore the Lions up. He'd have had Stafford in the hole crying somewhere. That's a fact, because the Lions don't have a system. Oakland didn't have a system. When you come to the Patriots, that's a whole different. The Patriots is like going to the military. You feel me? Like, you're not just coming in here acting all kind of crazy. Like, you're going to fall in line because you're not who you think you are. Here, we're not celebrating individualism. And so when you come here, it's a different level of expectation. And so the crazy thing about building a system is, if you can put a system together that's so tight, you can get players and people who may have a great talented skill set but can't work out nowhere. Because you said something, E, but I got to correct you. You're wrong. You said 2 teams didn't want them. Pittsburgh and the Raiders wanted them. They didn't have the system to contain them. The Raiders was doing my man ran in there and called my man a cracker, and they was like, okay, AB, it's all good. You can start Monday. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's be for real. They wanted him. They got to a point where they realized their system could not handle him. And so that's another part of having a great system, is being able to put people
Stop
into the system.
Stop there. Don't run past that. Don't run past that. Stop right there. Talk to the people real quick and ask them about the system, see? Talk to them. People trying to make money, they don't have a system.
Yeah, I was just going to say, see, real quick, what comes to mind immediately as you're talking about that, you cannot have this conversation and not include the Tim Duncans, the Spurs, like the whole Spurs organization. I'm talking about like mirror image of a system. Like you probably can't call, 5 players on the team, 2 players on the team. You know what I'm saying? Like you probably still remember Ginobili. You probably still remember Tony Parker. They don't even play for the team no more. But yet again, that's one of them teams that you always got to consider. So same concept of a system. So just in case you don't see it on the football side, I want to bring another analogy so you can see it. It's a system. It ain't none of them players. Which one of them players, had to get disciplined?
No, I mean, you only had to use football, bro. Look around the world. We got systems. Look at Disney. I was in probably the sweetest system there probably is. Disney has a system in which they use to convert you from watching their little TV shows to going Mickey to the park, to spending time at the park, to buying their movies, to buying their merch. There's an entire system set up, right? And so when we look at our lives, even the things that we use, right? Like most of us are in a system, like however you do it, like your insurance company got you like in a system, like, you know what I mean? Like there's a process in which you do things. And I think the average person, I really do believe this, man. And this is, I promise you, I'm not trying to hurt nobody's feelings, but you wake up and you kind of just accept what the day gives you.
Right. Yes, sir.
Right. And that's the danger. Like you wake up and you like, all right, cool, I'm up now, dressed, work. The society tell me to go to school real quick. After I went to school, they put you in a system. You didn't create that system. 99% of the people listening to this podcast, you are in a system that somebody gave you. And so it's no wonder you're not happy. Like you're in another system. I was doing just a little bit of counseling with a couple, right? And one person in the engagement was making all the decisions, and the other person was pissed, and because it wasn't going the way they thought it was going to be. And what I told them is, nobody wants to run somebody else's playbook, right? Like it's not fun to run your plays. Like at some point, I want to run my plays too. And so in a perfect system, you both should be creating the plays and then running the plays you created. Now, most people not happy, or most people are unsatisfied with their life because your system is, all right, cool. Somebody told me to go to high school, graduate high school, go to college. All right, cool. Go to college for 4 years, get a 4-year degree. Boom. Go into corporate America, get a job, go to work. All right. They tell me I got to be there at 9 o'clock. I can leave at 5. Right? They tell me I got to do that Monday through Friday. I get Saturday and Sunday off, start right back again Monday. I get 2 weeks worth of vacation throughout the year, and boom, that's it. Now, I'm not saying that you can't be happy with that, and I'm not telling you got a terrible life if that is your reality. What I'm telling you is most people dread going to their 9 to 5. The reason we had to make up Thank God It's Monday, the reason that Thank God It's Friday came out was because most people don't like that system. Most people don't like getting up, going somewhere that they don't not necessarily love on Monday morning, and then having a party when they leave on Friday, only to realize Sunday night they got to go back. You're in someone else's system that they created for you. We were in a system that somebody created for us. We did not like it, so we left and created our own system. When we were at Michigan State University, we had a system that said, you can't go, E.T., to your daughter's soccer game because that does not fit what our system requires. What you can do is apply 6 weeks in advance for a time off, right? You can apply for this time, and then we decide, because it's our system, whether we approve you for that time off or not. Here's how much we decide you can make. You can make this amount of money. We don't care how good you are. That's not how our system ranks. Our system does not go off merit-based. Our system is a system that goes off time-based. So I don't care if you have kids doing 10 times better than anybody else in this office. Our system is not set up to deal with merit. We only deal with time, duration of time. So if you want a raise, stay here for the next 30 years and you can get to 50,000. Okay. But again, we understood that, this is their system. This is the system that they created for us. No wonder it doesn't fit. No wonder it feels yucky. We're running somebody else's plays. And so when we left, and created our own system and our own plays, no wonder we started to thrive at a higher level, because we said, oh, we're running our plays. It feels better. Nobody controls us. We have control. Now, it takes a lot of discipline and some other things to get there, but to me, that's the difference between having a system that's set up for you and the things that you want to accomplish, and waking up kind of just running into whatever the world tells you to do.
HelloFresh makes cooking delicious meals at home a reality, regardless of your comfort level in the kitchen. From step-by-step recipes to pre-measured ingredients, you'll have everything you need to get a wow-worthy dinner on the table in just about 30 minutes. Say goodbye to the grocery store and fast food forever. HelloFresh has got your back. There's something for everyone, from the family recipes to calorie smart and vegetarian recipes. And then there's the fun menu series like the Hall of Fame and craft burgers. Whatever it is, HelloFresh has got you covered. They got more 5-star recipes than any other meal kit, so you know you'll get something delicious. So hey, for $80 off your first month of HelloFresh, go to HelloFresh.com/success80 and use that same promo code success80. Once again, for $80 off your first month of HelloFresh, go to HelloFresh.com/success80 and use the promo code success80, success80.
Oh, I got the HelloFresh. Shout out to HelloFresh too, man.
Oh, you got theirs? Yeah, I had one last week, man, again. Yeah.
We had the cheesy chicken enchiladas. Oh my goodness. HelloFresh, man. For those of you, for real, man, you hear Carl do the read. For those of you out there and you might be a little either incapable or just not quite, the skilled chef you need to be, HelloFresh is the biggest cheat code ever. Like ever. Like, yo, you literally cannot mess it up. They give you exactly the right amount. They give you the exact ingredients, and like it is step by step. And I promise you, it will have you making dishes that your family will be like, yo, there's no way you cook this. And I'm gonna be real. I was skeptical at first when we started with HelloFresh, because I'm like, yo, they about to send this stuff through. It's about to be bland. You know what I mean? It's not gonna be
at all
rich, bro. I promise you, the flavors are incredible. Jamal, I know Maul and Camille, his family, they use it like 3-4 times a week.
Hey.
I know the girls cook it. It is incredible. So shout out to HelloFresh too. Give them our promo code for HelloFresh.
So HelloFresh.com and use the promo code success80, success80. So watch this. All right, let's go. So watch this. See, so here's the ugly part of it. So you're living in somebody else's system, and you've been doing it so long that you have adopted it as your own system. Now, this is where it gets ugly, right? So to the point where the habits that you have, so listen to it, you hate the job, you hate all that, but I'm saying it's such a habit now that you can't, back to habits. We talk about the habits they're so deep, like it's wired in your brain, right? So imagine this, you get up, you check the email, and that email immediately takes you to a problem, and that problem immediately takes you to a mood, and that mood immediately, you see what I'm saying? Like now, this is your whole life as a spiral. I watched a video last night that when I tell you blew my mind, it was just showing, see, like that's the issue with most people, is that you're living in the past. And what I mean by that is, like you were living in what happened last week, last year, last month, like everything, because it's now just this repeated pattern. It's just this repeated pattern.
About to happen this week.
It's about to happen this week. See, you're about to get off the bed to say, I'm stealing it from the video. I'm not going to even pretend. A guy called Joe Dispenza. I watched the video last night. One of my guys posted it in the Chameleon group that we have. And when I tell you blew my mind, he said, dude, you get up the same side of the bed every day. You go brush your teeth. You do things in the same order. You go to the same job. He's like, to the extent that when you see this person, like it could set off this whole emotional roller coaster. So back to system. So like this is the first time, listen to what I'm telling y'all carefully. This is the first time that meditation really came full circle. I was like, oh, I get meditation now, like last night. And this is because what meditation does is it forces you to look into the future. The dude was saying, like, dude, if you wake up and you're starting to think about, get this, he said, your brain cannot identify the difference between when you sit there and think about what your future looks like versus when you actually are living that future. So he's like, what happens is you've created these patterns of all the past and the negativity and the memories, and that has literally become your character. But now by sitting down for a couple of minutes and meditating and thinking about the positivity, thinking about what your life could look like today, thinking about that, now listen to what I'm saying, your brain is now starting to rewire itself Lions, Patriots, their brain is starting to rewire itself in a way now that they're seeing, this could happen. This is real. Let me get into this habit.
And it happens.
And it happens, but that's got to be something so conscious because again, your body, you get up on the left side of the bed instead of the right seat. Your body like, yo, this don't feel right. Something feel wrong. So let me go back to the right side. You see what I'm saying? Like, let me go back to the right side because that left side feels so uncomfortable right now. So yeah, I'm gonna do it for 2 or 3 days and let me go back to the right side. But the biggest part of it is, sit down for 10 minutes. Please sit down for 10 minutes and start seeing what you want your marriage to look like. Start seeing what you want your kids to say to you. How you want them, see the whole thing with the finances that you want to have. Like, start seeing it because that's the beginning process to rewiring your brain. Like, see yourself with a 6-pack. See yourself with the right, you know what I'm saying? With that losing the weight. Like, see yourself that way every single day. And I'm promising you, you're going to start to rewire your brain in a way that your brain don't know the difference if that's real or not. So let me go after that because they look and feel better anyway. But I'm saying we got to stop living that past life, checking the email and all that. And it just creates that cycle that's just vicious. Like, you're stuck. You stressed. Like, stop now, and I'm serious. 10 minutes a day, and just visualize what you want that thing to look like.
It's going to be scary, though. Don't play with it, Carl. It's going to be spooky. Hey, Carl just said something, C, man. C, I got to, oh, man. I ain't even think of this, Carl. So I went to the bank the other day, and I had to meet with Michelle, who's, responsible for the paperwork for the house. The loan. And it was so funny, bro. Like, when I say funny, I mean almost like stoic. Like, it wasn't funny, like a joke. But she said to me, and you gotta, and I don't know her. So I don't know who she is. I'm not judging her. But she was also probably, Carl, in that, what you call cruise control boy. Yeah. Right? Yeah. And so we cruise controlling. And so after, in the midst of the process, whatever she says to me, how you feeling or whatever. And it was almost this thing of like, man, I know you're super excited, you know what I'm saying? And you're moving to Cali, for the winter, you put, this was a whatever for you. I promise you, Carl, I looked her in her face and was like, yo, I'm not trying to be funny, but I'm not happy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not sad, Carl, but I was I'm like, man, first of all, I'm not trying to be funny, but this is something that I have to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't going to Disney World. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is my wife's health. You know what I'm saying? I want to put my wife in a better situation, the vitamin D boy, put her in the good weather. And I think I stunned her a little, Carl, when I wasn't like, first of all, this ain't my first house. I bought a house before. So I think I stunned her because for her, it's like, this might be for other people, this may be a dream opportunity. This may be a dream, whatever. It's like Cali, whatever. But let me tell you what I am excited about. The thing that I'm most excited about, and you said it. People are waking up Groundhog's Day to the same doggone day, getting out of bed, the same exact time, alarm clock going off. They like zombies. What I'm most excited about, Carl, is that next week we're going to California to start building the colors of the wall, the backslash, the whatever. Listen to me, bro. I don't care nothing about that house. What I'm so excited about is that Dee Dee and I just finished the last 2 years building a church. So we had function, purpose, life, Carl. It was like every day we was waking up, going shopping. Like, we're going to get these floors. Okay, we're going to get this wall. Okay, Dee Dee was going to Home Goods, and then she'd hit up another store and she'd buy a vase. And then she'd buy, and so it's just like every day we would wake up, it was a brand new day. Why? Because we had something to do. And I was so afraid when we finished the church because I was like, okay, God, like Dee Dee was out here killing it. She had some, and so I'm geek, Carl, because now we're about to go do that again. You feel me? Now we're about to push the reset button. We're going to be in a different space, California. We're going to be in different terrain, places like we ain't never, like that's not our home. We're going to be learning streets, going to different stores, shopping together. Bro, I'm not even I'm not even no shopper like that. But I've been praying like, okay, God, bless my spirits. Like, give me that endurance. Like, just when I run on the treadmill, you go a mile, then you can run 2 miles, you can run 3 miles, you can run 4 miles. I'm like, okay, God, give me the endurance, but I want to enjoy this. Like, I don't want my girl going to buy furniture for the house and I'm not enjoying it. Like, I want to enjoy this process. I want to enjoy, the picking out colors, the picking out the floors, the picking out I want to enjoy that. I don't want her to think I'm rushing. I don't want her to think I don't like it. Like, God, bless me and put me in the spirit, because to Carl's point, there's some people who've been, and there's nothing wrong with living in the same house for 30 years. That's stability. But the challenge could be same house, same job, same church. Like, everything is such the same that you've sucked out the joy of life with this routine.
Well, E, let me add one thing real quick. Keep your thought. I'm saying our tendency is to gravitate toward the negative, though. That's the scary part. So it's the same house, the same all that, but it's like the negative emotions stick. You don't remember walking into the house the first time y'all got married.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? You remember that, she overslept. She didn't make up the bed. She didn't put this. Like, you remember the negative, and that's the dangerous part, because now you stuck on that negative every single day when you wake up. Keep going, E.
No, I'm through. I'm just through. I'm just saying, there's somebody that's out there, like you said, Carl, like CJ said, it's your life. That's why I call the book, "You Not the Boss of Me." I feel you when you say you're not the boss of me, but are you like AB? Are you like AB in that you're doing what you need to do to control your life? AB is in control of his life. Yeah. Right, wrong, or indifferent. You don't like the way he acting. You don't think that, that's sportsmanship, professional, whatever you think. But he's done what he has to do, guys, to put himself in a position where he could go to whatever team he want to go to. You feel me? Where the Raiders wanted him to see point, didn't have a system for him. Pittsburgh no longer had the system for him. But now he's in New England. And look, not only that, Josh Brown, y'all. I'm thinking, this boy, is no way he could come up out that situation. Like, Josh Gordon, I'm sorry. There's no way he could come out of that situation. And look at it. He put up numbers yesterday. And I only watched the first half. And he put up numbers when I watched the first half. Touchdown. So I'm just saying, you are your own boss, but you're not your own boss because, one, you're not mastering your craft. And so when you're not at mastery level, then that means the master is your master. I'm going to say it slower. If you don't master your craft, master your destiny, that means the master is mastering you. And you can't get upset if your boss says to you, you can't go see your daughter when she get her award, and you just gonna sit there and take that. That's your fault. Because guess what? My boss no longer has control of me. Once she made that move, and I was like, what? Have you lost your mind? Like, that's not even how you treat your employee. But you know what? Don't worry about it. You got one more year to talk to me like that. One more year to come on, y'all, put an expiration date on it. I'm not playing. They know. Dr. June, he said, take one more year. I gave her one more year to treat me like that. One more year. Guess what? After that year expired, she has never treated me like that again. She does not have the power over me no more. Why? Because I decided to become a master, to put a system together with a squad, and now we are impacting and changing the world. So stop crying, put an expiration date on it, and like AB, let me see what you're doing with your craft. And he was mastering his craft. That boy was doing some stuff, and I used to be like, why are you putting that online? People gonna steal that. No, ain't nobody gonna steal that. Ain't nobody gonna, that he was working too hard. Ain't nobody gonna steal that. So you are your own boss. It's time for you to start acting like it.
Moral of the story is you can call your boss a cracker and still go get, you know what I'm saying? Go get another job.
Go get another job.
So, okay, so let's try to bring this back around to some practicality for the people. All right, so understand something. This is not for everybody who works a 9 to 5. If you like your 9 to 5 and it's set up a lifestyle for you and your family, that's great. And you having a blast. Go for it. That's all we're trying to get to, is get everybody trying to get to happiness, right? So this is not for you out there saying, but I got a job. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. Okay, good. You and your boss is best friends. You love your situation. Great. This is not for you. Tune into next week's podcast. But for those of you out there,
is that going to be for them?
or just listen for just listen for the jokes. Don't worry about the practicality. But for those of you out there, again, who are in another system, I think, and so obviously, E, what you're saying is cool, but you got people out there like, yo, E, I've been in this system for 15 years. I work at, you know what I'm saying, Allstate. I work at, whatever. I set up a lifestyle. I got my bills. I got my mortgage. I got everything.
Come here, Jamal. Come here, Jamal. At the
definitely come here, Jamal, for sure. But you're in this system and you've been in this system. what do I have to do to start removing how can I practically, besides Jamal, which you definitely need to go.
Oh, he gonna get you tight
to the
work.
real estate joint. But just in general though, in terms of my mindset, if I've been, okay, so let me say it like this. Like every once in a while, like you ever seen Lockup on MSNBC?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right. So what will happen is they'll follow like a dude and he'll get released. And then they'll show him like 2 weeks back, Tyrone made his way back to the, you know what I'm saying? Like he back in. And so they would ask him, yo, why you back in? And a lot of times the answer was, man, I'm gonna be real. Even though I hated it here, it gave me a system. You know what I'm saying? Like out there, I couldn't even function.
Yeah.
And so I think the first thing, and I'm not trying to compare your job to prison, although ours was similar. You know what I'm saying? You have to become the right person first, because just being released from the system in and of itself may not be a blessing at all. My man had to come back. He was like, I ran out robbed the liquor store on purpose, trying to get caught to get back in here. At least they gave me 3 hots in the cot. Whereas on the street, I had no purpose, no plan. So I think the first thing, E and Carl, what you guys are saying is great, but you have to develop that mindset to become the right person who can get out of a system that's been created for you. Yeah. And it may be tough because you've been in that, the longer you've been in the system, the easier it is to just be like, oh, okay, cool. Like, I'm gonna just be real. It's cats who, if you wasn't in that system, like, you got to punch in at 7 o'clock in the morning, you literally like walk in your job and hit your code 22454. Whatever it is, like if you didn't have that, you would be asleep till noon. You see what I'm saying? And so talk about becoming the right person in order to put that system together. I wake up earlier, not having a 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? Then I would if I had a 9 to 5. Like I remember back when we was working at the office, like, oh, okay, cool. You got to be there at 8. It's like, okay, set your alarm for 7:49. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you're not looking forward to going. And so you talk about becoming that right person who's capable of thriving outside of a system that was given for them and inside of your own system.
Yeah, I'm going to say this, man. You know, Carl, what you're saying is so deep when you talk about just kind of waking up to this, mundane routine life, man. Mm-hmm. If, in fact, prison is a place where you can go, what you still have to understand is that it is a system. It's still a system. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a system. And what you've done is because you're not handling your business, you put yourself in another person's system that's working for you. You can be just as intentional and deliberate about going throughout the world and seeing if there's a system somewhere that's for you. But again, to my point, you're not doing what you're supposed to do. So prison, all right, it's a system. Youth detention center. And it's like, well, I got 3 beds in the car and I got 3 meals. Yeah, but you can go somewhere else and get that, Carl. They have those same type of programs where you can check yourself into where it's not jail, if that makes sense. So you don't have to commit a crime 60 times and then go to jail to get that system. There are literally systems. There are individuals who have created halfway homes or created restoration communities for people that you may not just randomly find. Again, this shameless plug. I promise you, y'all know I'm not on this. But there have been people who've become a part of Breathe University. People who've become a part of Game Changers. That's a system. There are people who I want to be a speaker. I just can't seem to do it on my own. Matter of fact, DeAndre Carter went through Toastmasters and some other stuff and was like, I'm not getting the results I want. I'm coming to Game Changers. I can call the name Sean Hart. I can call the names. There are people who have decided that I'm going to research systems and I'm going to find a system that's in alignment with who I am. You feel me? And so I'm saying you don't have to wait till something happens to get put in the system. You can wake up in the morning and be intentional and deliberate about saying, what's the best system for me? You know what I'm saying? Let me get online. Let me put in communities for this or communities for that and allow yourself to get into that community. So yes, you have to be the right person, and being the right person means that you know what you want. And then you've got to, this is what I told Justin the other day. We did an interview and Justin was like, yo, E, what was it like when you were homeless? I was like, bruh, I was wandering. He said, well, what happened? And when you changed and you blew up? I said, see, I was still homeless, still didn't, you know what I'm saying, still living in abandoned buildings. But now I was exploring. And everything changed, Carl, when I went from wandering to exploring. Everything changed. I was still homeless. I was still a high school dropout.
No, explain the difference, because people might not get that.
Wandering to exploring, yeah.
Yeah, so it's to the point where, see, before I was like, dropped out of school. They, I went to, jail, not prison. And they told me, if you do this, whatever. I kept finding myself in these different systems that I kept running from. So I was wandering, meaning I was just like, okay, to C's point, I'm 16. I'm supposed to be in somebody's school. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't necessarily want to be in somebody's school. I'm 16. I need money because I'm homeless. Like, go get a job. Like, I was just wandering through life. But then one day, still homeless, still didn't have no good job, still wasn't in no great community, but I woke up and was exploring and was like, yo, E, bruh,
like
come
Dora.
on, E.
You know what I'm saying?
You feel me?
Like Dora.
Come on, E. E the Explorer. I was like, yo, E, it's something better. And guess what? I started talking. Somebody was like, yo, you can go to Oakwood. Did he go to Oakwood? I started exploring. Well, what would it take to get to Oakwood? Well, you're going to need a GED. You know what I'm saying? You're going to need a letter of recommendation. You're going to need somebody who, okay, bet. Pastor did tell me he would do that for me. Oh, what do I need? Okay, when you get there, you're going to need your birth certificate. Hey, Ma, you got my birth certificate? You're going to need your social security. Ma, you got my social security card? You know what I'm saying? You're going to need a transcript. Hey, Ma, can you help me go up to the school and get my old transcript? You know what I'm saying? Like, I started exploring and everything changed. And so for some of you, you're doing what Carl is saying. You're just waking up and wandering. Yeah, you might be wandering to a job or wandering back to your same house or wandering on that street, but you're not being intentional and deliberate about, yo, what do I want? Where am I going? All right, old school, but there was a song. Do you know where you're going to? Do you like the things that life is showing you? Where are you going to? And I heard that song and was like, yo, E, where you going, bruh? What you doing with yourself? And so, and if you guys have ever been to East Lansing, if you get up at 8 o'clock, if you get on the freeway at 7:30 in the morning, that joker packed. You can get on at 9:15 and it's clear. If you get off on Trowbridge, you feel me? If you get off on Trowbridge or you get off on 127, it's packed. And if you go into the parking space, you got to get there early because thousands of us all going to Michigan State. And one day me and Carl said that. We was like, yo, bruh, everybody going this way. Crazy. Where are we going? Me and Carl was like, where are we going? What are we doing? It was crazy. It was just like, yo, is this a maze? Like, is this some cheese and all the rats going? And we were just like, bro, me and Carl was just like, I think we did what a lot of the people that was driving didn't do. Me and Carl just started asking questions. That's where it starts. We just started asking questions like, yo, why are we coming here? Like, why are we here at 7:45 like everybody else? Why are we parking in this parking structure? Like, why are we doing this? You know what I'm saying? Why are we doing it? And I think when we didn't have an answer for it, when Carl and I didn't have an answer for it, that's when we was like, we got to stop doing this because we don't have an answer for this. We don't know why we doing this.
Hey, the video, part of the video said, Ian, I'm tied into what you just said. So the video said, wondering, your habits, your personality, like that's creating your reality.
Yeah.
All right. So get that. Your habits, your personality is creating your personal reality. But when you switch to exploring, your personal reality, you asking these questions is now going to shape your personality because you're going to make the adjustment needed to get what that personal reality, what that vision you're seeing, you're going to change your personality to bring that to life. But I tell y'all, I'll post a video because I don't want to take credit for my man's stuff. But when I watched the video, it's like 10 minutes long last night, and it just, when I tell you messed me up. I'm like, yo, here go the problem. That's the problem. Everybody living in the past. You living on these scripts, this program that's been given to you, and you not living out your personal reality. And this is it. Like after this podcast, don't listen to no more. Like go fix your personal reality. Like seriously, ain't nothing else to listen to. At this point, it's only entertainment now. Like ain't nothing changing. Like go fix your personal reality. Like serious.
Yep. No, I got you.
No, they got
I'm taking notes myself.
CJ said we got to start charging for this stuff. I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm saying because you may not do nothing with it if we don't charge, Carl. It might just be entertainment. Once we start charging, it ain't entertainment no more.
It's an investment. You know what else we charging for?
What we charging for, C? I don't know. Help me, C. Help me.
What are we charging for?
Funny you should ask. You know what I'm saying?
Help me.
Listen, you need a system in your life, okay? Your system is broken. You're chunky.
You need to clean your
energy.
system.
You know what I'm saying? What Carl said, you waking up on the same side of the bed, you eating French toast and waffles, and you bloated. Listen, man, get you some Organifi, all right? We are why you think all of us look the way we look? You know what I'm saying? You think we got this chiseled physique? You know what I'm saying? Not drinking Organifi? You're wrong.
Right, off of Cheetos?
You know what I'm saying? Right. You think this is a Cheeto body?
This is not a Cheeto body.
Organifi, man. Shout out to our sponsor, Organifi, man. Those of you who've been listening, you know they sponsor the podcast. It's our title sponsor, man. So we want to shout out them and thank them. The Superfood Green Juice Powder. Listen, man, they have all of your supplement needs at Organifi.com, promo code SUCCESS. All right, go in there and order a bunch of stuff, and then just put in our promo code SUCCESS, man. You're going to get 20% off your order. All right, and that's every time you reorder. You can still get the same 20% just because they rock with us and y'all rock with us. All right, so Organifi, hopefully I have some left. Toby done raided my entire stash, so I'll be reordering. Every time he come, he like, let me get the green, the gold, let me get the red, and he like literally take all of them back to back to back. So yeah, shout out to Organifi for being our title sponsor of this podcast. Organifi.com, ORGANIFI.com, promo code SUCCESS. All right, we're gonna make sure y'all get right. All right, so seriously, health is wealth, and man, it is it's a great product to use. So, what do y'all want to do? Y'all want to do some Ask ET? I think I got some in my.
I gotta go in 15 minutes. Hey, and watch this. I'm mad at y'all who listen, my fans. Back in the day, we had the charger issue, and so people were sending chargers. You know what I'm saying? It's like anything we say, people saying, y'all heard the Cheeto boy. I ain't got one bag of Cheetos up to this point. Ain't nobody says no Cheetos.
You, E. They don't want to see. They don't want to see Chunky E.
Well,
Return of the Mac.
I'm just saying. I didn't get one bag of Cheetos. I hear people talking about it. People start texting me about, E, you hitting them Cheetos? I literally had people text me, call, E, you hitting no Cheetos? I'm like, what are you calling me for if you're not going? No, but here's why people was calling me. It's the craziest thing. People was hitting me up like, E, bruh, come on. The Puffs, come on, E, over the Crunchy. I'm like, what are we talking about? This is my preference. This is my preference.
Yeah, they with me, dog. The Crunchy is, come on, man. The Puffs.
Yeah, they call me on that
Puffs is like some foolishness you eat in like third grade. You gotta graduate to the Crunchy.
I wish they would come out some hot.
The Crunchy is a meal. You eat a whole bag of Crunchy, you like, okay, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Hey, big shout out to my son, man. Hit his first home run the other day.
Hey.
Got a home run the other day. We got our first win of the season. I am the third base coach, a terrible third base coach. I'm gonna be real with y'all. You wanna know why I'm terrible? Because when my son get up to bat, I forget I'm coaching. That's the problem I got. I got little man stranded on third. He could have been went home. I'm yelling at Trey. I'm like, Lord have mercy, this is not good. But no, we got our first dub of the season. Trey's first home run of his career. Smacked it. And super proud of him. Man, also, I was going to tell y'all, man, I'm getting old. Like, for real. That wedding we went to, I meant to tell y'all the other day. I don't know what happened. But when I saw them coming down the aisle, Ken and Kareem, I said, whoa. Like, I literally was like crying, like picturing my daughter and myself walking the aisle. Like, bruh, I'm talking about, and then I cried over something else too. And I was like, man, what's going on? I'm getting soft. So I was trying to see from you, you know what I'm saying? Cause
I definitely wasn't seeing Jada. I promise you I wasn't seeing Jada. Maybe I should have, but I was blocking that all out. She was sitting right next to me too. I blocked all that out.
I was crying.
I'll beat you down.
Like, yo, why? I'm like, why am I crying? I'm like,
I can't beat you down if you get married.
Yeah. You always cry though, so I didn't know.
Yeah, so I don't need to cry for that.
Yeah. All right, let's go to Ask ET real quick. We'll hit y'all with some announcements. We'll get the nugget of the day, and we will get the hip-hop preacher out of there so him and his wife can go partake in their system, all right? And you know what? Next week or something, we really do need to break down how to create that system, because I know that's going to be the next question that people got. Like, yo, okay, I got the mindset, I got the, discipline. Like, yo, how do I create a system that works for me? Like, what does that process look like? So maybe even next week, guys, if you want to actually be prepared next week, both of y'all was a little rusty today. You know what I'm saying? If y'all want to be prepared with some notes next week, you could talk about when we left one particular system and then started our own system. Like, yo, what did that look like? Because that's a different system. Like, I left, you know what I'm saying? I was I hit the road, but we did have a system every day that we used to plug in there and get to our desired success level. So really quick, Ask ET. Lauren said, hey guys, quick question. If somebody asks you, do you want the good news or bad news first, which one do you pick?
The bad news.
Give me the bad. Let me start with the bad.
I want to end with the good.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I don't know. Yeah, I'm like, who want to take the good news first? Because then the good news is like Trump.
It's bad news. The good news is bad news.
Hey guys, it's NFL. The NFL is officially started. Which NFL player reminds you most of yourself? E is Antonio Brown. We learned today. Just flying all over the place, unpredictable. 1 minute to the next. You like, whoa. Business is booming though.
Booming.
All right, who would E? Okay, let's say who does E? E would be like. E would probably be Tom Brady. You know what I'm saying? Just old, but just still wearing folk out. You know what I'm saying? He's still wearing folk out. Carl,
you're going to have to come up with me. I ain't got nothing. You're going to have to come up for me. Y'all know I ain't into football like that. You're going to have to help me out, see.
Carl would be probably like just your steady Pro Bowler. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who just hit. I say Larry Fitzgerald. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Larry Fitzgerald. Yeah, Larry is like calm, collected. You know, he ain't gonna really make no noise like that. He ain't trying to draw a lot of attention. He's gonna do his job at a high level and keep succeeding. Who am I? Okay, and then myself. Man, shoot. Who the sweetest player in the league right now?
Okay, let me think. You feel me? I'm trying to think.
Hey, Patrick Mahomes. You know what I'm saying?
No.
I'm just letting that sucker fly, and it's connected. I'm talking about every 80-yard bar.
Antonio Brown, though, for real, though, because Antonio's not only good, but he lets you know he good. You know what I'm saying? He not putting up with your mess. Antonio not putting up with your mess. It's his team, even though it's not his team.
Right, exactly. Let's see. Shannon says, CJ, my husband feels your pain. I always say I love surprises, then do everything possible to figure out what's going on before the surprise. Guilty as charged. Side note, my hubby and I listen to the podcast every week and love you guys so much. Thank you for helping us out in our biz and marriage. Shannon, we do not read positive comments on this podcast. We only read the ones where y'all dog us out for being terrible. Oh man, I got some other stuff in my phone, but I'm saving that for the BU call. Oh,
and
man,
I'm saving really all my love.
Josh put me onto this book. This book is legendary. And guess how you can find out which book I'm going to teach y'all? Go to breatheuniversity.com and sign up, all right? We not charging y'all for the podcast because we keeping that super heat.
Yeah, we keep that fire for Thursdays.
That BU, let me tell you something. Oh, y'all wasn't on the Thursday, Carl. You better tell them. You better tell them what we got going on, the 4-part mastery series. That we had
sound like myself, some Oprah Winfrey stuff. I love it.
We have myself,
I'm
Carl E,
the
Josh, and Maul. Yeah. And I got everybody slowing down and teaching mastery on the same exact call. Yeah. So we looking forward to that. Go to breatheuniversity.com. Also, for all my speakers looking to go to that next level, game changers, all right? You want to learn how to you want to get certified by the best motivational speaker in the world? Listen, go to gamechangers.com. And I don't care if you want to be a motivational speaker or if you want to just learn to communicate better. If you got a corporate job and you got to give presentations and you want to be a beast with them presentations. If you want to be a trainer, all right, this is not just for motivational speakers, but people who are looking to improve their communication skills altogether. Listen, not a whole lot of things I do well. Training speakers is one of them. And listen, turn your passion into a profit. If you're one of those people who always, your friends all call you because you got the best advice, or you know what I mean? You can give people that motivation or give people that extra pep or talk, walk them through some scenarios. you might as well be getting paid for it, all right? So gamechangers.com, ETA Game Changers, sign up today, all right? We got people, man, who started with us, man, who are now certified, getting 5-figure checks on a regular basis. And some people who just looking to supplement their income, getting $1,500, $2,000, $2,500 here and there to go in and train staffs and really do their thing. So shout out to all of our certified speakers. Shout out to my certified coaches who are killing it. And look forward to seeing you, ETAGameChangers.com. Carl.
1%.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, I'm ready for
New
you.
Orleans. Hey,
Yeah.
I heard New Orleans. I heard y'all got the building packed. So I don't know how many tickets we got left, but
we got about 100 left. We got about 100.
Yeah, we're still there. So that's this week.
Oh, they won't hear that anyway, 12th. Carl. Yeah, we'll be there.
True. That's true. Yeah. We there.
Well, come to the VIP.
We there.
Come to the VIP.
So don't miss out then on DC, October 5th. We get a couple more weeks. Master the 1% Life, the blueprint with E.T., Jamal, Tiffany, and your one and only podcast host, Mr. Quinny himself. Hey, seriously, man. All the stuff we're talking about here, like we get to sit down for 2 days and walk through, break down systems and talk to the 1%. Like literally, that's what the 1% is. What he just talked about, exploring, not accepting what is given to you, but going and creating your own. So seriously, that's what the 1% event is. You want to be there. And last but not least, of course, we got the Phenomenal Life 2020. If 2 days at the 1% Club is not enough for you, how about 6? Is it 6 days, 7 days, 6 nights? I don't know how to do that, but it's a whole week. We got a whole week, April 25th until May 1st, y'all. I'm talking about we're sitting down and you get, I'm talking about the entire, I'm going to tell you the entire squad, not just Jamal, C.E., me. I'm talking about Sean, Rob, like the entire squad, the people that E go to for advice, the people C go to for advice. Huh?
Tay gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? Tay gonna be there.
Oh, no doubt. I'm talking about the whole squad, y'all. So anything that y'all heard about, y'all want to ask questions, y'all just want to be a part of these sessions, man, make sure y'all check it out. Phenomenal Life 2020. And that's our upcoming events.
Let me say this too, man. Shout out to everybody who is going and encouraging LaShawna. Y'all heard, of course, LaShawna on the Get on the Scale episode. Listen, she's down another couple pounds. So we are I'm talking about going crazy. She hit me yesterday, man, and said, let me tell you something. She was like, I knew I wanted to share my story. I knew I wanted the accountability. But she was like, man, people been hitting me like, yo, nice. Your story really opened my eyes. You know, you said something on there that really pricked my heart. I'm ready to take this weight loss journey with you. And, it's just been amazing, you guys, the support you've given her on her Instagram. For those of you who went and showed love, man, that is awesome. I really appreciate y'all. If you didn't hear that episode, go back and listen to that episode, Get on the Scale. But LaShawna is doing well. She's still hitting me every day with the accountability boy. And, man, we're going to lose that weight and get her to where she needs to be. And those of you who are looking for that, Carl, we need to come up. I know when does the 100-day challenge start? We need to get that going and make sure we're good with that.
Shoot, that's close.
So
we need to do that, and we may need to just do like a health one or something. I don't know. Maybe I know that's right around the corner. But say that and say it again.
Yeah, we normally start that around the corner. Like it's got to be because Christmas is only 100 and some days from now. So yeah.
All right, check it out. So this year, look, let me say it like this. We're crushing the fourth quarter, all right?
Oh, yeah.
We got just a couple more months left in the year, and our goal is to crush it.
Oh, no
Whatever
question.
goals you have, like for real, we're taking this thing serious, and we want to finish this year strong. 2020 is right here. So what we're doing a little different this year, we're going to focus on that fourth quarter as opposed to the 100-day challenge. We ended at Christmas. We're going all the way to the end of the year. So here's what you're going to get. We're going to include our planner, our 30-day planner, and you're going to get a planner for each month. October, one for November, one for December. And here's the truth, y'all. If you're not writing it down, if you're not measuring it, it's not real.
Yeah.
All right. So we want you to be journaling every single day. Here's the goal. Like, here's where I am. Like we talked about LaShawna. If we're losing 2 pounds, if we're losing a pound, whatever we're doing, we're writing it down because if we don't measure it, it's not real. So you have the planners. Then we're going to add each of you to our private community. Listen to what I'm saying. The private community. You heard CJ talk about the accountability and how real it is. Like, we're going to be sharing in there. We're going to be posting content, not only just how we're doing on our challenge, but now just stuff to motivate you and keep you pumped up and keep you going. We want to make sure that each of you succeed. And then last but not least, man, Monday through Friday, we're going to have accountability calls. Like, literally, the whole goal of this thing is to hold each other accountable to get these things accomplished. It's not real. It's not done. You're not going to be able to do it on your own. Like, seriously, like, it's a lot easier. Not that you can't do it on your own, but it's a lot easier with accountability. So that's what we're trying to provide for you guys, man. So by the time you hear this, you should be able to go to the website. It's etinspires.com/challenge and sign up. Again, etinspires.com/challenge. Are you ready? Come on, y'all. Let's go.
I am ready to turn up personally because I've been playing with it. I've been doing pretty good, but I'm telling you, I'm just ready to turn up that intensity, man. And I need a hard goal. Sometimes you need a hard goal, in a time frame in which you can get something done, man. So next week, look forward to the 100-day challenge. Let's just do it together, man. Let's post pictures. Let's keep each other accountable. Again, you've seen LaShawna go to a whole nother level because I'm holding her accountable every day. It's a different level when you're being held accountable. So we're going to go, E going to do 100 days, no Cheetos. So make sure y'all check in on
Don't do that. Don't do that.
He may be in a hospital bed somewhere with a little cheese
that.
IV. You know what I'm saying?
No, I can't say that. Now I ain't gonna sit here and lie and say I eat them once or twice a week. I don't. But once a month, I'm gonna hit some Cheetos once a month. So let's
you
not
only
make
gotta
that a
miss
part of
3
the
times
90
for that
day.
100-day challenge.
Yeah,
bro.
let's not make that a part of the 100-day challenge. Let's do something realistic.
Yeah, no. So look, next week, be ready to sign up next week and go. 100-day challenge. Hey, real quick, man. I had to check on E this weekend. I was worried about him. Man, Serena, again, so close.
It's tough,
yes,
bro.
so far. She
it's tough,
man,
bro.
she couldn't get it done, E. So we gonna
it's tough, bro. My theory. My theory is you 20 years plus in the game, and while she can win, when you get to that last one, man, you talking about, you older, you burnt out, your body don't recover as quick, and then you playing these kids, you playing kids, man.
Who've been studying you.
Yeah, and hungry. They want to be able to beat you. They want to be able to say they beat you, So I'm praying for, I personally believe the final game, I know she's straight without me, but I think she could use a little, just to get to that 24th boy, have me sitting in that joker with a speech before and getting in her mind. That's me personally what I feel. But, man, she's done the last 23 without me. Yeah, I'm just saying she's done the 23 without me, so I feel it. But I feel like sometimes you need something special to get over that hump. And it's her 4th one. You got to give her credit, though, y'all. Like Carl said about the husband who is looking at the negative and not the positive. She made it to 4 straight finals, but I don't want her to become the Buffalo Bills of now. You know what I'm saying? But she did go to 4, being in the game for 20-something years, just having a baby. That's a lot, bro. That's pretty impressive. But I know we need to get that one more, and I would love to be right there courtside, pumping her up.
So if you're listening, you happen to be BFFs with Serena. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
Venus, if you're listening.
I'm keeping it 100. Like, I ain't playing. Like, I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not playing. Like, I really feel like I could be that motivation to help her in the finals, that final game, get what she need to get over the hump. So
go tag Serena in her comments and let her know if you want that 24. If you want the 24, hit up the Hip Hop Preacher. All right, E, go on and give us that nugget of the day. I know you got to run. I got to run. We got to get to Nolans. Give us something to carry your way today.
Yeah, if you don't love it, you know what I'm saying, you ain't got to keep doing it. I'm just being real. And I know you feel like you do, but if you don't love it, you don't have to keep doing it. You really can be one of the few who do what they love to do. You could literally be that human that says, I love this relationship. I love coming home to my wife. I love coming home to my kids. I love this job. I love this life. And if you're not able to say that in a certain area of your life, it's time to do something about it. Like literally, like you no longer have to be a victim. You no longer have to sit on the bench, of life and just wish No, you could stop wondering and start exploring. You could stop being a mummy. You know what I'm saying? You could stop just going through life and start living life intentionally and on purpose. You could do that. You could do that. You have everything it takes to love your life, love your job, love your family, just love everything. All right. You have what it takes to do it. So it's your boy E.T. I am giving you permission to walk it out, to dream and then do, to be, to have. You know, I'm giving you permission to no longer take what's been given to you, but fight for the life that you want. And more importantly, I personally feel, I'm sure the fellas feel the same way, the life you deserve.
Hey, appreciate that nugget of the day. Appreciate y'all listening. Go leave us a review on iTunes. Rank it. Give it a 5-star. We love you. We'll see you next week.
I want you to focus on here right now. Don't you worry about when you get home. You concentrate on this opportunity. You don't worry about tomorrow. You concentrate on this opportunity with all your might, with all your soul.